Guys, he's 23 years old. He's got 25,000 bucks of revenue last year. His first company launched it, started out as an agency and said, I like recurring revenue better. So he launched a software company that helps you with robotic process automation, especially clients like e-commerce clients that get hundreds of emails or messages on WhatsApp. He helps you automate those. Hoping to double revenue this year. 4 customers today pay 50 bucks a month for that RPA tool, which he's hoping to scale. Hey, folks, my guest today is Hector Jimenez. He helped grow a startup from 50K in USD to 500K in annual revenue in 12 months. He's an agency owner helping startups increase revenue through growth marketing and robotic process automation. The company is called QSec.com. Hector, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So just to be clear, you are making money on an agency model right now, or are you building any internal software?
No, we currently have two models. The first one is the agency, and the second one is robotic process automation, which we sell as a subscription model. But this new branch is basically like 10% of our revenue, and 90% comes from agency clients.
Yep. Well, great SaaS companies usually start with an agency. So you're 90% agency, 10% SaaS today. Tell us what folks are paying you for. Give us an example of a customer.
Sure. For example, we have clients who have a community on social media, say TikTok or Instagram, but they're having problems monetizing, right? So maybe they have a course academy and they have a community, but their hands are filled with a bunch of WhatsApp messages and they're not doing email marketing neither, right? So what we do in QSIC is that we help them see like the data that comes to their website and to optimize their flows basically. So to give you a very clear example, last year we worked with a client who was receiving around 500 WhatsApp messages per day, and the CEO was just overwhelmed with that. So we built a WhatsApp chatbot, and in that way we helped them like go from 200 users to 1,200 users in 2 months. We also did Facebook ads for them. So that's basically what we do. We're basically a marketing agency, but what we like to do with our clients is follow up weekly. So on a weekly basis, we analyze all the metrics going from top of the funnel, name, social media, reach, engagement, all the way to the bottom, like retention metrics. So how many people churned, how many people renewed their subscription. And yeah, I guess in a nutshell, that's what we do.
And so Hector, understanding that, how much revenue did you do on the agency side in 2022?
In 2022, for me, I did 25K. It's my first year, and it was 25K US dollars.
So 25,000 bucks last year. That's the first year you'd launched the agency?
True. Yes.
When did you start writing code to launch the RPA business?
To be honest, I don't do the RPA part. My business partner does it. He's not even a coder formally. He's taken some courses online, and he uses UiPath. So I focus more on like bringing like with the clients that I have. I see the problems they have regarding manual processes. Like for instance, we have a marketing agency that used to invest around 1 hour of time per week creating their marketing report. So a lot of copying and pasting from Facebook to your PowerPoint presentation, from Google Analytics to Canva, you name it. And what we did was that with my business partner, I brought the client and he basically builds the infrastructure code to automate that.
Do you guys split equity? You split it 50-50 or what?
Yeah, the RPA part, we do 50-50.
Oh, what's going on there, YouTube? Good to see you guys. Now imagine this. You love watching these interviews with SaaS founders, but imagine if we took all of the valuation data out from over 2,807 interviews I've done manually. Saves you a lot of time. Well, we've done this. We've built it into the beautiful interface inside of FounderPath. Check this out. I'll show you how you can access this in a second, but you log in, you connect your Stripe account, you see your valuation real time, you can see what it changed over the past 88 days, and even set goals for valuation this year. Now, the secret to valuation is there's many different ways to value a SaaS business. So the reason you're going to see 3 or 4 different valuations inside of your FounderPath dashboard, this is all free by the way, is because depending on who's doing the buying of your SaaS company, you're going to get a different valuation. A VC is going to pay a different valuation. Private equity firm is different. If you're going to do a minority sale, that's different. And if you sell the whole business, that's a different valuation. You can see all those when I hover over here. Right. So the teal is what a VC would pay, yellow is what private equity, and red is if you sold the whole thing outright. Now, what's cool about this is not built off random data. Again, you guys hear these interviews on YouTube. All these data are built from real time valuation data points founders share with us on the show. So traction, 1.2 million, seed round, 3.7 raise. They sold 22% of their business. Go in here and filter by the event. Maybe you only want to see companies that have sold the whole business. Well, here are a bunch that have been acquired, the valuation and the multiple. Maybe you're going out right now and you're raising your seed round. Well, go in here and look at all this recent seed deals that went down, what they raised, what valuation they raised at, and what percent that they sold. There's never been a larger data set of SaaS valuations than what you can get now inside of FounderPath, and we're thrilled to bring it to you. All right, we're going to go back to the YouTube video here in a second, but if you want to check this tool out, if you want to jump in and sign up, you can check it out for free to get your valuation at this link, founderpath.com/products/valuations. Or if you go to founderpath.com and hover over products, click on get your valuation here and go ahead and sign up to give it a whirl. Again, all that valuation data live right inside the platform. I hope to see you there. All right, let's jump back into the interview. I guess I'm getting confused here. So there's an agency, you're doing some, you say your clients, and you say he does RPA, but you say co-founder, but you're not really co-founders. Like, what's the structure here? Is there one company that's split 50-50 and you bring on new clients and he does RPA work?
So the company is split in two parts. We have the agency side where it's basically 100% equity for me. And then we have the RPA side. The RPA side is split 50-50 between this business partner and me.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. So how much did you guys do on the RPA side last year?
On the RPA, really not a lot. Like we currently have a monthly recurring revenue of around $200 per month with 4 clients. So what we're going for, because what we're going for right now is basically a low cost model. Because what we notice is that here in Mexico, a lot of the companies that do RPA, they usually charge a very high initial fee for the development of the automation. But what we want to do is more like win money long term. So basically, our business is retaining clients at a low cost, and basically that's the business model.
Mm-hmm. So what's the plan for this year? What do you want to grow revenue to?
In the agency side, we want to get to. Let me translate it to dollars because I have it very clear in Mexican pesos. But this year we want to close at basically we want to double our revenue from last year, which if it was entre 20, give me a second. So we want to reach 50K this year for the agency side, and for RPA, 50K this year. And for the RPA side, we want to reach at least 100K in Mexico and pesos, 100K.
But Hector, look, you look like a young guy. These are the best years of your life. You have the most energy. You can hustle the hardest. You can sleep the least. Everyone has to start at 10K a month in revenue. So I'm not giving you a hard time for that. But like these do not seem like ambitious goals. I mean, how do you go from 25K to how do you get to $500,000 in revenue in a year?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
This is not why do you get excited about going from 25,000 a year in revenue to 50,000 a year in revenue? I mean, why not go after and go build a $500,000 a year business or $1 million a year business and challenge yourself to think about how you would get to that?
Yeah, I think that would be a more interesting approach, probably. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but don't just agree with me. You've chosen to go a different route. So why didn't you? I mean, why are you choosing to not be aggressive?
The thing is, like, I've had a lot of trouble with the part of delegation. So I think that that's something that's more like personal, like a limiting belief that I have to break, which I'm working on. So yeah, basically, I guess that's basically the root of why I haven't been more aggressive. Like I really want to have higher goals, but yeah, basically that's what's been holding me back. But it's something I'm working on.
Well, it seems like you have a high degree of empathy. So take us through a story where you tried to delegate something, it didn't work, and now you're nervous to do it again.
Yeah. So basically, last year, as you said in the introduction, we helped a client go from selling like it was 1 million pesos a month, which is 5K dollars to 500K. So it was basically a 10x growth, right? And the thing that happened was that we got so into the operation of the business that I basically left the acquisition side. Uh, I forgot about it. I forgot acquiring new clients because I didn't delegate correctly. So yeah, that was what happened last year. We had very good results with our clients, but I kind of forgot about acquiring new clients. So yeah, that was my main setback.
I mean, if you help the customer go from 5K to 500K or 50K a month in revenue, and you're only making like, I mean, you're making nothing. Are you scared to ask people to pay you?
Yeah, I think that's something that I've been dealing with, like how to charge more. Definitely.
Just look into your camera right now and say, Nathan, the price is $10,000 per month. That's what you owe me. Okay, ready, go.
Nathan, the price is $10,000 per month. That's what you owe me.
Perfect. See, I had to do this early on in my career. I'm like, man, it's so nerve wracking asking for someone to pay me 10 grand a month. I've never made that. This is, 10 years ago. Then you look
Yeah.
in the mirror, you do it over and over. And once you can say it with confidence, and then you say it on the phone to a prospect or on a Zoom call, then they believe you because you say it with so much authority. And before you know it, you've got a Freshworks, invoice coming into your bank or a wire coming in for, $50,000 your annual contract. And boom, you're off to the races.
Great.
How did you come up with your pricing structure today?
So basically, at the beginning, since it's been a year, it's been a lot of trial and error, right? And basically, what we did at first was uh, we charged a low ticket, and but where we won was the commission part, and that kind of worked. But as I told you, like last year, it wasn't sustainable because since we had so much skin in the game, because like the real money was in making our client grow, we started to invest a lot of time growing the client instead of growing the agency. And basically, our pricing structure, I guess it's not really clear. We basically try to negotiate with the client a price that seems fair. And I think that's also why I'm not charging as much as I would like to.
So you would tell a customer, hey, we get to keep 5% of whatever new revenue we drive you. We're not going to charge you an upfront fee.
Not that extreme, but we do a really low, like, for instance, right now, the average ticket price is like I guess 500, yeah, $500 a month, and we get like a 5% commission fee on additional revenue.
And then it's just so hard, though. Every month you're having to debate with your clients if you drove new revenue or not. And then you have to go and calculate the 5% and chase it, right?
It's not that hard to calculate it because fortunately we have like we track everything. So everything we do, like email marketing and everything, we have the links to track traffic and revenue from that. But
Well,
it's
sure,
more
but
like
you send out an email blast and you drive $10,000 of revenue for one of your customers, and they say, "Well, yeah, Hector, you wrote the email, but we did all the work on the landing page. We did all the work on calls to close the leads." Like, no, we're not giving you credit for the full 10,000 of sales. I mean, I imagine you debate that stuff all the time.
yeah. Fortunately, that has not been a problem so far.
Interesting. Well, I'm bringing it up because it doesn't seem like you have $25,000 in total revenue for the year. Like you can't build a empire around that, right? So whether it's working or not, like the proof is in the pudding here. I know a lot of founders who start off trying to charge a percent of upside they drive, and you just end up in endless debates about attribution. So look, we'll see where you pivot over the next year. I hope you obviously grow. I hope the RPA business also takes off. But for now, we're out of time. Let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, favorite book.
Favorite book, The Cold Start Problem by what's his name? The ex chief of growth. Oh, Andrew Chen, ex chief of growth of Uber.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
I wouldn't say a CEO, but what's his name? Peter Levels. Peter Levels, indie hacker. He basically has like 8 startups. I highly recommend following him.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building QSEC?
I would say Zapier and Card.co.
Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Between 5 and 7.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Single.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Last question. Something you wish you knew when you were 20.
Um, I wish I knew about growth hacking back then. Definitely growth hacking.
Guys, he's 23 years old. He's got a 25,000 bucks of revenue last year. His first company launched it, started out as an agency and said, I like recurring revenue better. So he launched a software company that helps you with robotic process automation, especially clients like e-commerce clients that get hundreds of emails or messages on WhatsApp. He helps you automate those, hoping to double revenue this year. 4 customers today pay $50 a month for that RPA tool, which he's hoping to scale. Hector, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.